the channel for another Throwback Thursday. Today we will be reviewing A Hero Is Born Legacy 2-pack.
Yep, so this was... Oh, sorry, yeah, you might hear our cat, and he's decided not to leave us alone today, and we've not locked him out, so you might hear him from jangling around and being a nuisance. So yeah, I got this pack slightly cheaper, because I think it was a Hasbro Pulse exclusive, I think. I might need to think about that one. Yeah, I think it is. I think it was meant to be a Hasbro Pulse exclusive, which is based on the figures from the, characters from the episode, in the G1 episode of War Dawn, which is, personally, one of my favourite episodes of all time. Nathan, what do you know about these two characters?
Well, so obviously we've got Orion Pax. Plot twist, it's Optimus Prime!
Plot twist, yes.
And then Alpha Trion, he made him Optimus Prime, made Optimus Prime from Orion Pax to Optimus Prime. So it's a pretty, it's a nice 2-pack.
Yep. So let's have a quick look at the box art. I love the box art. You know, it shows Orion Pax after he's just been. Sorry about this, guys. And the cat is trying to escape. Right. There we go. Sorry. Right. So back. So yeah, in the episode, Orion Pax kind of adores or worships Megatron, like from afar, and thinks he's like the bee's knees. Megatron quickly shows his true colours and badly damages Orion Pax, which the aerial bots are there after being travelling back in time. Okay, cat. Okay, wish to. Okay. Sorry, the cat really wants our attention. And so, in fact, say hello, Simba. Say hello. No, he doesn't want to say hello. He doesn't like being picked up, but then he whinges when he's not picked up. So, yeah, and he's brought to Alpha Trion by the aerial bots, who then works on him to make him become Optimus Prime. So again, this artwork is obviously him starting that. That's why we see this bit of damage here on Orion Pax, and he's looking a bit dirty and a bit, battle worn. And obviously there he looks very much like he's very much in pain. On the back, we have which each character is. So, obviously, Alpha Trion is a retool and repaint of, I think it's, Studio Series Scourge or Sweep. I know it's one of the two. And Orion Pax is a retool and repaint of Studio Series Cup. You also get Vector Sigma. So, now that we've had a quick look at the box, it's on the other side. Oh, then we get a nice close-up there of Alpha Trion. Let's look at what you get in the box. So here we have the figures out of the box. Nathan, what are your thoughts on them?
So, first we'll start off with Alpha Trion. Yep. So he's a pretty solid figure, although the backpack is just a bit in the way. I like how they've tried to make it a cape, which is a good feature.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe at least used it for a cape, but especially when you turn to the back, he looks hideous.
I mean, you can sort of, because he's based on the Scourge figure, that was part of his design, whereas this one, I don't remember it being really part of his design. We'll go for a proper comparison later. But yeah, it sort of suits Scourge, but not so much Alpha Trion.
Yeah. Another thing they could have done is maybe the eyes, they are quite dim.
You said you'd like to have seen light piping in there, wouldn't you?
Well, these would have been very hard to light pipe. Maybe in Orion Pax, but these are very small eyes.
I think it's a good sculpt. It looks like him.
Yes.
It looks like Alpha Trion.
I do like how they've even put the nose on there, even though it's absolutely tiny. His head doesn't go up though.
Not very far now.
It's mainly because of this here.
Show it up on the camera. Yeah.
And then, so yeah, that's the only real thing. It can't go up very far.
Okay, what about
And
Orion
not
Pax?
down. Right, so, and then Orion Pax. So, again, the eyes, they do seem a bit brighter on Orion Pax. But still not quite, well, they are quite bright in person. On camera you can't really see it, but they are quite bright. If you go onto the back, you've got this backpack which you can tab into these two tabs.
Yeah.
Hard to see on camera.
It comes very loose, doesn't it?
But yeah, it goes very, very loose. And then you've got hollow spaces right there. And there. And there. And there. And there and there. So quite a few hollow spaces on the back. But from the front it's a pretty good figure. Another thing is these bits are quite loose.
So unfortunately on that little red tab just above his knee, our version seems to have warped a little bit, so it doesn't really tab in properly, which is a bit of a shame. The other side is fine, it's just on that right leg. So yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit harder to get out. But it actually goes in there. Whereas this, that'll just come out. Another one little thing is sometimes when you're messing around with the arm, comes
Pops
right
out
off.
really easily, yeah.
Other than that, something I'd like to see, improving the joints here so they don't pop off. Maybe articulated fingers. Maybe having the tabs a bit better so they don't wear very easily, like ours has done. But other than that,
you didn't like it. You thought his chest could look a bit more like a window because it was a bit bright, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite bright.
And then last off, we have Vector Sigma.
So one thing I learnt is do not push the key in too far. This far is enough. Do not push it any further, otherwise it's gone for 3 minutes.
It takes a while to get it back out, doesn't it?
The stand, they've actually put detailing on that, which I found pretty cool.
Yeah.
I actually paid attention to the stand. Vector Sigma, they said it's a golden sphere.
Yeah, I mean,
with detailing patterns on it.
It's a nice little bonus,
yeah,
isn't it?
It's a little bonus.
Nothing more.
The key's pretty nice when you take it out. You can see it's definitely a key.
Okay. So now we've done that, let's look at some comparisons. So here, just for a quick size comparison, we have the Studio Series Scourge, 86 Scourge, and Alpha Trion, as you can see, yep, pretty much almost like for like, even with the beard and the mustache. So I think his hands are a little bit different as well. Yeah.
Yeah, different hands. That's the height difference. So to head, technically, at head height,
I'd say they're about the same.
Alpha Trion's like a millimetre taller.
Yeah.
At head height. At obviously these height, it's the exact same.
At the back, it looks a little bit different, obviously here, but other than that, they're pretty much.
Oh wait, and that there, and you've got that bit there, which is just hollow.
I think they might be the wrong way around on this one. We might have transformed it that one wrong, because we've not transformed this one as of yet. So yeah,
that may explain why.
Yeah, that probably explain why it's a little bit different. I think they're just flipped around the wrong way, because I think you've got it here. But yeah, pretty much like for like. Up next, he's a bit mistransformed there. Up next we have the Studio Series Cup and Trion, Orion Pax. And again, you can see exactly where this mold's come from, like for like, in terms of transformation and parts.
So yeah, Cup, his arm is a bit different. So if you see how. Oh no!
No, they don't.
No,
they both come out.
No, it's not. I thought it was a bit different from that, but no, it's not. It both comes off. You can see the backpack. It's the exact same backpack. These bits here at the leg, they're all
the same.
Exactly the same.
Yeah, it is pretty much like for like. So, and I think they've even got the same accessories. I can't remember where we've put Cup's accessories. The only difference is probably the chest sculpt and the head sculpt. Everything else is just, oh, this little tiny bit here on the legs is a bit more pointed out. But even here, look, even that's pretty much the exact same. That part's the same. It's just the torso. The arms are the same. The legs slightly different. But
that part, really.
Yeah.
A bit thickened here, it looks like. Or are they the same
No,
size?
I think they're about the same sort of toes.
These are just a bit taller.
Yeah, and that is probably about it for in comparisons. So obviously another quick comparison would be with the OG, the actual Optimus Prime. And again, I think this is quite a fair reflection of what it was like in the cartoon, where, you know, Orion Pax is a little bit small, a little bit weedy, and then becomes hulking, strong leader. Yeah.
Yes. So this is what I was talking about. On Orion Pax, we could have had that, which would have been amazing. Because when getting the gun or the walkie-talkie in, it's very hard because you're going
Yeah, you having to twist it to get it in, sort of thing.
twist, 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 twist. Finally, it's halfway in.
But yeah, in terms of size, yeah, obviously Prime towers over his former self. I actually prefer the colours on this, though. I mean, I think if this Prime was coloured like this, I think I'd like it a bit more.
More cartoony colour.
Yeah, and there is obviously a Studio Series 86 Prime Commander class coming, I believe, next year. So that's looking exciting. Some of the photos have just leaked with him playing on a piano, and he looks massive. Well, looks big. I think he's going to be bigger than this guy. And so hopefully that will be definitely a future review. But yeah, there we go for size comparisons. On to transformation. So before we do transformation of Alpha Trion and Orion Pax, let's go through articulation. So the head is on a ball joint and he's got a little bit of decent movement. Arms can go up and down, out and in. He has a swivel just above the elbow. He's got a decent elbow joint. And his wrists do indeed turn as well. He does have a rotation at the hip or at the waist. Pretty decent kick out. Not bad. The front, a little bit restricted. Again, he probably kicks out better at the back than he does at the front, which is, I suppose, because he's of the shape of his thighs. He also has a pretty decent knee joint, and he's not been transformed there. And he's got a little bit of an ankle tilt, and I suppose you could say a bit of toe articulation there. And for some reason, his heel isn't out either. Anyway, okay, so that is the articulation for Alpha Trion as well. Now it's on for transformation. So let's look at articulation for Orion Pax. So first off, ball jointed head. It's actually got some pretty good motion. You can look up pretty well and look down. His arms will go out, obviously out on a ball joint there. He has a swivel just above the elbow, but as pointed out, sometimes these do pop off quite easily, so you have to be careful in transformation. Elbow joint and no wrist articulation. Definitely no wrist articulation in there. It is definitely fused to that, so that's a little bit disappointing. Bit of, you could technically say, an ab crunch. Limited. Ours is just a bit stiff. You got some hip movement there. Kicks out quite far. Decent leg forwards. Decent kick backwards. Knee joint and a swivel at the thigh as well. This is annoying about our copy. So many parts just pop off really, really easily. I don't know if anyone else has the same issues. There's obviously an ankle tilt and a little bit of toe articulate. You can wiggle his toes. So yeah, that is Orion Pax. That's his articulation. So some pretty decent articulation for this guy. Pretty happy with that. Okay, moving on. Okay, so here we have Orion Pax, and I'm just getting ready to transform him. So first off, let's move this backpack down. Let's move his arms up. And we can pull these out here. That's really, to be fair, it looks like he should have light piping because he's got a clear part there, but there's no. It kind of does have light piping. I've just had much light, but they've also painted over it, which is really strange. You then turn his head so he's facing you, so he's the backwards man, and then we just simply put it down there like that. We can take his arms. Now this is the really so they sort of turn on this part. Yeah, and we put them out. Again, these come off really, really easily sometimes. This part can be really, really funky and difficult to do sometimes. There we go. And so they sort of flick out like that. And then we have all this, and obviously that's it. The wheels come out, and then we sort of put them, close them in a bit of themselves like this. And, oh, maybe not just yet, sorry. This goes over. This comes up and it clips into these two little tabs here. We can then move the arms so they sort of, so we want the arms so they tab in to these here, but then also down enough so that they sort of sit like that. So it's just about maneuvering them a little bit. They might just need further manipulation if you not quite caught it the first time. So you have something roughly like this. Now this is where, again, I was, see if we can show you a bit more detail. You can see it's all a bit messed up there, especially compared to that side, which is kind of clean. And we just sort of move it to the side a little bit and tab it back in. And same with this side. And then again, as you can see, that tab is just really not going in there for us. So it's really difficult. We then lift this up. And at this point, probably put the legs underneath. Put the arms sort of as low as you can. So they're sort of underneath the legs. Move, like I said, move that part forward. And you want to tab it into here and tab that into the chest as well. So you sort of get this part, and then we flick this over and then tab that into the arm. So we've got that there. This is another thing with our copy as well. The toes keep on coming off. You can flick the toes in. There we go. And then we're going to do the same with this side. So just sort of clip it in to there. And fold that over and clip that into there. Make it all just clicking a bit together. And there we have Orion Pax in his sort of, I don't know, buggy mode, I suppose, or flatbed truck mode. So obviously because of that bad connection there, he doesn't, he has a bit of trouble though. Actually, no, he's pretty all right. He's pretty cool. So yeah, that's him transformed. So to start transformation, the first thing we're going to sort out is his head. So we put this up here. So that's going to hide his head. And we pull his arms down. I'm trying to remember this now from doing Scourge or Sweep. I can never remember if he's Scourge or Sweep. I think he is Scourge, isn't he? He's Scourge and he's Trackers. Sweep the Trackers. Was it Scourge? I think it's because it's confusing because there's another, because of the Scourge from Rise of the Beast. I think that's really confusing me. So I'm like, am I getting it right or am I absolutely losing my mind? And I'm sure this opens up. Yeah, it does. See, again, I keep doubting myself on certain things and I really shouldn't. So then we can, yeah, fold this out like this. So it sort of looks a bit, it looks very strange, doesn't it? But yeah, that's pretty cool. And I think it goes like that, if I can remember correctly. And then these parts are going to fold down. And these parts open up here. Let's do the same on the other side. Right, and this opens up a bit more as well. Now, and if I remember right, it just sort of collapses in on itself, doesn't it? Kind of like this. There is a part missing there because that does not look 100% right. What am I doing wrong? Put it down a bit more, because I know that's going to tab into there. I remember that. And... Ow. Right, here we go. There's a part there, isn't there, in the chest. This part needs to come out. That's where I'm going wrong. There we go. Put this up here. And that's going to... Because that covers his face, doesn't it? Ugh. I like how I'm meant to be doing this as a transformation and I'm asking the I'm pretty sure I'm doing this right. Right, here we go. And then that collapses. That's a lot easier now to do. Oh, I think these do something as well. That's not right, is it? Oh, no, they just come together, don't they? Yeah, so they go together. And it tabs it. Yeah, there we go. We've got this little tab here. So that tabs there into his arm. And on that side. And then it just sort of like cocoons around it, doesn't it? Here we go. Now we're cooking with gas. There we go. They tab in there. And that tabs. It's been a while since I've done Scourge. I'm going to call him Scourge. I don't care what anyone says. If I'm wrong, I am wrong. If I'm right, then yay. That sort of tabs in there. Move that in a bit. That doesn't look right, but... And we're just sort of like tabbing pieces in to one another. So, yeah. There we go. There we go. Those parts don't look right for some reason, but that's about... And obviously that would go in there. And there we have Alpha Trion. So here we go with all four, well, basically alt mode comparisons now. So we have the Alpha Trion, Orion Pax, Cup, and Scourge mold, alt mode comparisons.
So, as you can see, start off here. They are very, very, very similar. They are like the same length because they are like practically the same mold. So one thing I do not like about this alt mode, right here, there you can see the waist.
I think that's meant to be sort of like I don't know if that flicks down actually. No, I think it's meant to be like a front grille.
Yeah, and then again at the back, you've got the toes just sticking out and the hands are right there.
I think that's a
hands. They're less noticeable here, but on Cup especially they are noticeable.
Yeah,
because they're white.
A bit wonky as well, actually. Cup. One sec.
There are spaces that you can plug in his accessories.
Yeah.
There are actually lots and lots of tab holes, so you can get them a lot of places. Not much about those. Moving on to these two. So we've got Scourge here. He was the first of these two.
Yeah, and again, you can sort of tell... sorry. That's me. Oh, sorry. I'm going to That's me. This is what you get with our channel on Alpha Primus. Completely professional, unedited professionalism. Professionalism. I can't say it. Professionalism. Yeah, that's a thing. Yeah. So one thing we've noticed on this, well, I've noticed especially, is that this one seems to be a bit more sticky outy. That's a thing we say here in Britain, sticky outy. And he's sort of like, yeah,
wonky.
He's a bit wonky, donkey. Whereas this one, it folds in really nice. So
that's why. If we get there's a tab, I think there or something. It might go in better, but if you pull it out straight,
He's still a bit
Do pull
wonky.
out straight, fine. It's less wonky, but that does not look good at
No.
all.
No. So yeah,
It's a long way to solve how wonky it is, but then it makes another problem.
I think he's much better in bot mode than he is in alt mode. Yeah, it's
One thing I like to do with Scourge is I like to put these out because they look okay. It kind of looks like he is.
like an ice skier sort of thing. Ice ski.
But then when you put these out, what is that?
Yeah, it goes a bit too flat, doesn't it? Because obviously it's meant to be the cape rather than anything else. So, final thoughts. Are you happy with these, Nathan? To be fair, I mean, whilst we obviously did buy them, Nathan didn't buy these with his money. He got these were part of his birthday present. So, are you happy with them?
Yeah.
If you were to have bought them, how much would you have been happy to pay for them?
Right, so they are
Deluxes.
So that is.
If we were to pay normal price, which is like £25 per figure, that would be about £50. Because they're exclusive, probably add another £10. So you're looking at 60. I think I'm sure that's how much it actually. I don't think it cost us 60, but I think that was the original price. Would you have paid 60?
Probably not.
Probably not. Would you have paid 50?
Maybe.
What would be a price where you're like, oh, actually, that's too much of a good price. I'd really like that.
A good price. 40 minus.
Anything under £40. So £40 or less. I think that's pretty fair. Again, they're not bad.
Because they are small figures, you know what I mean? They're not like.
Yeah, because we've looked at, because there's also the War Dawn 2-pack, which comes with Dion, I believe his name is, and Ariel, who becomes Elita 1 in that same episode. Well, you don't actually see her as Elita 1 in the episode, but Alpha Trion refers to it. And they're currently on Hasbro Pulse for $47.99, and you've not been keen on buying that one, have you?
No,
So we're gonna see if in November, around about Black Friday, if they go down in price. If not, we probably won't buy it, or if we miss out, we miss out. But it's one of those where you're not desperate for them. I think they're nice little characters to have.
It's just small and $47.99.
Yeah, especially because I think Dion's just a repaint of Orion Pax.
Should have 3 in that mould.
Yeah, and whereas I think the Ariel one's a bike, isn't she? So it's a bit different.
But yeah, and then she's obviously smaller than this. So.
Yeah. So that is it for another Throwback Thursday. And join us again for more EVA reviews, because I believe Studio Series 86 Bumblebee is due out very, very soon. If not, our next review, our next Throwback Thursday is going to be the Beast Wars Dinobot and Tarantulas 2-pack from Japan. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
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 There's our professionalism again. Bye. See you soon.
I forgot my lines for a second, but yeah. Bye, everybody.
You forgot your lines. It's simply goodbye. Ugh.